be
You're
like,
the uncertain Dr. Frankenstein.
yes.
My creation should be alive.
Yep.
What
It
is
probably lives.
Oh, Ludum.
Are we on Mixer Coffee? Are you?
It should be on Mixer.
I'm not seeing it yet, but
Did you give
We'll
me
just
the wrong
reload the
stream
page here.
key?
do you have the new key?
I entered the one
You
Eric
are
gave
live.
me. I am.
Says so. Itch.io showcase.
Heck yeah.
Does that sound like what we're
That's
looking
what
for?
I have up right now. Do you hear anything on stream?
Oh yeah, I see
Okay.
it.
I hear the echo.
Echo.
It's actually it's one of the one thing that I like most about Mixer is the very low lag.
Okay.
So it should be
So
good to go.
for context for the stream tonight, wound up browsing itch.io the other day because I was watching a thing about one of the most recent Ludum Dare games, or Ludum Dare game jams,
Mhm.
and wound up finding a bunch of other really cool games, both from other Ludum Dares and also in general on itch. So I figured I would play some of them tonight.
I wish, man, Itch is the craziest.
It is
thing.
incredibly good.
There's
So some of
an
these games may be like
number of video games.
really simple. Others might have a little bit more depth to them, so I'm going to try mixing it up a bit. I'm going to save the best for last, which is one I discovered today.
Okay.
Apparently, that one is going to be made into a game in February, a full game you can buy, and I am 100% on board with it. But I'll save that for
soon.
later on the stream. It was supposed to come out
Awesome.
this year, but apparently the guy lost the publisher.
Oh,
So he's currently... I'll explain it later. Anyway, I need to launch these games, and then I have to set them up in OBS. So
There's no good way to do this.
there is no good way to do this.
Although I'm looking at the itch.io homepage, and it seems that the new episode of Frog Detective just released.
yes, it is true.
Pick that up and play through that, I guess.
I don't know if this is going to pick up, which is... Hold on. This game might not be capturing. Give me a few minutes. This is...
It's okay, take your time. This is how this always goes.
Yep.
We do it on Extra Life also. That's alright, we can just chit-chat for a bit.
Yeah. So what else is new?
What's
Hey,
good in the hood, Mike?
you know what's good, Eric?
What's
A
that?
game called The Witcher 3.
Okay. What's going on what's up with The Witcher 3?
I finally got around to playing Blood and Wine.
What?
Yeah, I played the main game and I played Hearts of Stone years ago.
Yeah.
And then I kind of burnt out because I played 70 hours of The Witcher. And then finally, after like 3 years, I was like, you know what? Outer Worlds didn't do it for me. And then I think on YouTube, it surfaced a clip of the game. And there's the TV show coming out and stuff. So people have been talking about it. And I watched a little clip of the game. I was like, damn it, I really like these characters and I like these conversations. And
The game I want to start with isn't going to capture, so I'm going to do a different one.
Okay.
Video games.
How dare you?
I know.
My second monitor to get stuff before.
That's okay.
But that's a hard thing to set up without also showing your.
Okay. So should
Vague
be
information.
should be a game up now. It's like a menu.
Yeah,
It's
it's English.
All right. This is called Alekhead. This is a Japanese indie game. It's just a demo. It's a prototype of what the guy wants to do. So the whole gimmick of this is this little electric guy that you play as. He powers up platforms only when you're standing on them.
Okay.
So the whole puzzle, like the game's kind of like a puzzle platformer of you have to figure out puzzles by powering things up, but there's also situations where you can't be standing on a platform.
Mhm.
So it starts off pretty basic, jump. This is what I was talking about, like you can't walk through these platforms, but if I don't touch them, they're not powered and you can fall through them.
Ah, I see.
And
All right, this is a good gimmick.
it is extremely good. It's surprisingly good.
Is there like a theme for the channel?
So these aren't all Ludum Dare games. This was just a random game on itch that I found.
Okay.
So the gimmick of this was just the guy wanted to make like a platforming game.
What if a platformer had puzzles?
Yes. And I had never heard of before.
You got electrocuted.
I did. So the gimmick in this room that I'm in now is the chains are connected to the light bulbs. So if I step on any of the platforms with the chains, it electrocutes me because it powers the light bulbs. But hopefully this is one of the games that would be turned into a full game, because the idea behind this is really good.
Yeah. I like that you had to slide down the wall.
Yes. So as long as you're touching a wall too, you can power it. As long as anything's touching your body or your head, it powers up. So like, the idea for this room is you have a platform here, obviously you gotta jump, but if you jump, you don't have any power. So you gotta jump into the wall, but you can't get crushed by the platform itself.
Yeah, I used to spend a lot of time playing. Is that a collectible? Oh, it's a key, I see. I used to spend a lot of time messing around with old, like, crazy, weird indie stuff on various game jams and whatnot, but I definitely have gotten away from that.
It's been fun just because there's like nothing out right now,
Yeah.
so it's fun to just see what other people are making.
I think that the reason I haven't done that much lately is just that there are such a ridiculous number of full-featured things
Yeah.
that I can't keep up with those. But there definitely was a time in my life where I would spend a weekend or two every year just fucking around with.
Combing blog posts for the names of cool games to try.
So
What was,
What was
the
the
free indie game dot .es or something
Was-
like that?
was Rambo Last Blood a Molly Do game jam thing, or was that a Ludum Dare thing?
I don't remember. So
That
I
sounds
just
more Molly do to me.
I just got a new ability that allows me to throw my head and power up platforms on a distance, but if you're away
Nice.
from your head for 10 seconds, you blow up. Because you have no
That's-
power. Your head is your power because it's the battery.
Right. Hey,
So-
whatever happened? Did that WarioWare, or not WarioWare, Wario Land pizza guy clone game ever like materialize in anything more?
He released a new demo of it, a co-op demo. They added co-op to the game, but I haven't tried it yet.
Okay, okay, you got alright, this is good. I like video games where you can decapitate yourself and throw your head at things.
Like Dynamite Heady,
Hell yeah.
Decap Attack.
Like Decap Attack, starring Chuck D. Head.
So what happens when the timer runs out?
You blow up, so you can't be attached from your head for too long. So a lot of the puzzles are like through your head and figure out the puzzle really fast.
Right.
Or even something like this, like if I jump to get that, I'm gonna fall on the spikes. So, or I could just kill myself like that. I can throw my head to power the platform, grab it with the body, and then go get my head back.
How much of this is there?
Not much. It's almost over. But this is sort of like a proof of concept thing. There we go. Please leave a review.
Pretty cool idea.
That was...
This would have been like a good DS game.
Yes.
Yes,
that was Electhead, if anybody wants to look it up on itch. Let's see what else I can play.
All right. So what's how you coming in The Witcher, Mike?
I haven't gotten very far yet.
Are you coming a lot in The Witcher? All the time?
all the time?
All the
the time.
I mean, kind
yeah.
of depends on how you play Geralt.
Right. So Megan
Yeah.
was reading about the show to see if like it was something she might be interested in.
Mhm.
And I was like, I wonder if they'll include the scene.
Do you
Where-
fuck a witch and then get a trading card?
Well, where you fuck a witch on the back of a stuffed unicorn.
I hope so.
And she was like, wait, that's real? And I'm like,
Did you
yeah,
look it up on
why?
YouTube for her?
I was like, yeah, why? And she's like, I saw someone comment about that in an article about the show, and I thought they were fucking around. And I'm like, oh no, that's a thing that
That's
happens.
such a good scene.
I didn't get that one.
Yeah, it's because you chose the wrong lady.
The only context I had, Mike, was the previous two Witcher games in which Triss was a very important character. And
I know, man. I'm not giving you a hard time, but it is a sad fact.
It's the second game. Is
I
anything
didn't feel
on...
that bad about it. She's a weird
stream?
hunchback if she doesn't have her glamour on. I see the OBS
Okay.
window
Okay. This game is called Ubalto. So the gimmick of the game is you have to get the soccer ball over to the flag here. The way you do that is opening windows, and you gotta drag the windows to actually create the platform to the flag. And it's a puzzle game. Basically, throws in a wall now I can't get up. But if I open the window with the water, I can overlay that and the ball will float.
Wait. Am I supposed to be seeing your OBS window right now?
Are you?
Yeah.
Whoops.
I thought this was a super high concept game.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah, so did
cool. This ain't recording. Well, shit. Well,
This does seem like the kind of game that's custom designed to fuck up a capture setup.
it definitely is.
So what are you supposed to open like windows like of stuff that's already on your desktop? There, it seems like it might be working now.
Can you see it now?
Yeah.
Okay. Let me know. You see anything moving around on screen?
Yep. You have
Okay.
the base bars moving around.
Yes. So the idea I was saying was you have to drag the windows to get to the flag, but I screwed that up. So that was just an example. Obviously, when it's out of the window, it doesn't move. Time freezes. It's only when it's in the window. So I can stop it there, but then do water and make it float up to the flag.
Okay. So it actually has just to touch the flag.
Yes. It's the same idea here. The ball always follows the slope, but I can use the block to push it up the slope to the flag.
That is pretty cool.
Same thing with block. The way they want you to do this is with water, but you can also
You can float it.
do the block. Just get it up.
Can you combine windows? Looks
Yes,
like
you can.
Okay.
So
All right. Yeah.
get these blocks out of the way, but I actually needed them, so I think I screwed up.
Oh, you got it. Looks like there might be some more blocks down there too if you need them.
Yes. So can't get through the blocks, but I can knock them out of the way. Oh, it's just a cool concept for the game.
Mm-hmm.
I think this was a Ludum Dare game, but I don't remember. I think it was so this was from the last one that happened. The theme of it was something from nothing.
Yeah.
So obviously you have nothing, but when you're in the Windows, you're creating
something.
the game. But this is just a cool idea. It could be fleshed out to be a full game if they wanted to. Like, you've kind of seen everything that was in the game already at this point. Of just like, you control the world by...
It's what was that? There was a weird PSP game that took place in panels. What is it? Heart of the Woods or Heart something?
Oh, I thought you were talking about the one where you like rip the pages or whatever.
Like where you're in a comic panel and you got to solve puzzles that way, or I forget that one, Framed or something like that.
Is that what it was called?
I thought I had some kind of weird like comic panel pun name.
Where is my heart? Was the one I was thinking of.
Oh, yeah, okay. That was like a platformer, isn't it?
Yeah, but it's kind of a similar thing where you're kind of like things only appear when you have the. I remember Kurt really liked that, and I was always going to play it, but I never.
I think I have that on PC, but I've never tried it.
Yeah, I have it on PC and PSP because I think it was a PS. Well, probably I can't access the PS Plus version anymore, but I did at one time have it.
Alright, this is the next game. It's called World Collector. Also a Ludum Dare game. Same concept, something from nothing. So I'm a little blue guy, I can jump, I can run, but there's no game. As soon as I collect this piece, I have a game world to make. So I can drop that in, and now I have something to run around in. So the whole concept of this game is you gotta make the level yourself from the pieces you collect.
Oh, cool.
You are the prefab algorithm.
Yes. So this game's a little loud. Let me
You are
turn it down.
procedure generation.
You are. So
General procedure, that's what we'll call you from now on.
the idea behind this is you gotta make your levels to collect all the pieces to get to the end of the level. I think there was a way to remove levels too. Forgot. Oh, you can't remove levels that you're already in. So
Otherwise, you would
I can go to this, get rid of that, put that over there, and now I have this piece. But I can't get through this door. I can remove this piece, set that there, and now I have a platform to that button that will open that door.
that's clever. Seems like this would be a very difficult thing to do level design for.
Yes. Extremely.
Can you move the one that you're in?
You can't move the one you're in, but you can build around it. So
And so the button always moves the door
in the little block itself. So if you remove it, you would have to redo that room. So, you know, I need to get over there now. I could do this, but since that platform's the same, it's not going to move the button because I didn't hit the button down there.
Oh, you can do multiple.
You can do multiple of the same room, so you're not limited to one time in the same room.
And this particular panel is like a game changer because it gives you access on all four sides. And also allows you to transition from one map to the other.
How developed is this game? This looks pretty neat.
Almost finished. It's just a demo again. So I can't jump up because I don't have a space there, but I can put another one right there and continue on, get that piece. But I can't get over the spikes, so I'm gonna have to try to do something different now. Remove that, and now I have a little box that I can make.
Can you keep doing it?
It doesn't look like it, because the box is part of this room.
Okay. That's like the next step is where you can like move things from one part to the other. And
Yeah.
make copies and stuff.
Not that piece. So, eventually I want to be able to get to that little green guy over there. So now I have to find a way to get out of there, or out of the room I'm in, to get over to him.
Yeah, I was gonna say, can you just put the one there?
I have this, but now I gotta...
Well, no, move the one you were just in. And
Yeah.
replace it with the one with the green guy. You should be able to just go over
That's not the right one.
No, I think it's on the far. No, the far side. Far left? Yeah.
I mean, I can't, because it's blocked. So... I have to do that. So I think I have to go back to the very first room in the game.
Alright, so how far are you in The Witcher, Mike?
Well, like I said, I haven't gotten very far in the expansion. I played maybe like 2.5 hours, something like that. I got through the first part where you see the bad guy and you meet your old vampire buddy, and now I just kind of started taking some. There's this kind of knight that you run into at the beginning who's kind of an idiot who keeps getting into trouble, and after he gets injured, he asks you to take part in a tournament for him. So I just kind of going through that, but I haven't done that part yet.
Okay, so you haven't met the Henry at the...
Yeah, you meet her at the very beginning.
Oh, do you?
Like the whole part. So the first thing you do is you show up and you go and see her, and then there's the...
since I played this.
Yeah, well, you have to go to the party and try and save the guy who's dressed up like the rabbit, and so you're hanging out with her there.
That was a world collector.
That's
He
really
had
dope. I
nothing,
really
but
like
he
that.
had a friend.
Aww.
shit gets wild at the end of that expansion. And that's
Yeah, well, anyway, I'm really enjoying it. It looks beautiful. I didn't think I was going to be able to run it at high resolution because I'm on my 4K TV now, but I can run it at 1440p, and it actually runs really smoothly, which
Yeah.
surprises me because I remember even at 1080p having some
that game
chug
has
occasionally.
been optimized a lot over the last.
Have they improved it like in the last 2 years? Or
Yeah, I think so.
Hmm.
I don't know. I've had several patches get pushed through to me on Steam.
Yeah. For what I can tell on YouTube, they've been actually adding story scenes to the game too, like
What?
kind of lengthening some bits.
Okay, I'll be very
Anyway.
interested to hear what you think about. I think. Oh man, I don't know. My personal opinion is that those two expansions are both better than the main plot of the game.
Well,
Like, if you wanted to pick up like the Witcher 3 complete collection and just play through those two things,
it would be time well spent.
Yeah, that'd be totally like to have two like 10 to 15 hour RPGs would be totally worthwhile. I think.
Isn't Blood and Wine longer than that?
I don't know. Is it? I don't really.
I don't know. I thought Blood and Wine was like super big, like 20, 30 hours.
Next game.
Anyway, those guys make good games. I wish they could stop saying dickish things and not being great sometimes.
Is there still bad stuff going on there?
It's been a little while, but
Okay. Not since
Anyway.
the last. So what's
I haven't heard of anything in a bit. But what's next, Coffee?
This is Forbidden Castle. It is anime Castlevania.
Okay.
Okay,
Because
I'm not
what if
against that
Simon
in
Belmont
principle.
was an anime girl?
Castlevania is anime Castlevania.
Well, this
Collect
is
things that make your whip cooler.
yes, you do. I think.
Like whip coolant.
Yes. So this wasn't part of a game jam. This is just a random game that I found. It's pretty solid. Like, there's nothing wrong with it. It plays pretty well.
There's nothing wrong with it. 8 out of 10.
There's nothing wrong with Castlevania. If Konami won't make Castlevania, let other people make Castlevania, and that's what they're doing.
Yeah.
So-
Time to Beat says Blood and Wine is somewhere between 15 and 30 hours. So. Yeah, that's
All right,
a lot of
well.
$15 or whatever.
Yeah, seriously. And that's perfect. Like 20 hours is exactly what I would want out of this.
Those
I'm
barrels.
gonna watch this Castlevania game for a little bit. It
Yeah,
looks
look
good.
at the candles. Is there candles?
I
Is
don't
there
know if there's
meat
candles
hidden
yet,
in
because
a
I didn't
wall?
play enough to get into the castle.
It really looks like your character needs to move a little faster than she
Yeah,
does.
it's a little floaty, which is like my only complaint about it, but otherwise it's, pretty smooth.
That's
Yeah.
kind of a problem with a lot of indie platformers, I find.
It's really hard to make a
Move
platformer
fast
that
enough,
feels
or-
good.
It is, yeah.
I think people
It's
kind of
either-
underestimate that.
Yeah, they're either a little too floaty or a little bit too, like, you sink too fast or something.
Mhm.
It's hard to make a really good jump. It's hard to make a really good acceleration curve for character.
There are candles in the game.
Hell yeah.
I don't know, I don't really have much to say about this game other than it's a solid Castlevania clone.
Yeah. Are
There's-
these all, so this one is like GBA Castlevania.
Yeah.
style, Symphony of the Night.
Yeah, she actually, even her garb looks kind of like Nathan
Yeah.
Graves.
Except those enemies. are
Circle
straight
is
out
that
of-
Circle of the Moon?
Yeah.
Like, what if Metroid was also Castlevania?
Wow, that's a crazy concept.
What?
I can't believe it. Who would ever think of
Samus with a
Are
whip.
Are there powers and stuff? too?
I don't know, because I haven't played far enough. Like, this
This is the
furthest
full
I've played.
game, right? This is not a.
This
not
is a demo.
Oh, okay.
So it's in development. All these games are in development. None of them are like full games, except for like the smaller, like Ludum Dare ones. But as far as I know, this has a decent amount of game to it. It's just not finished. But it has the menu that you want, has the map.
How do you know it has the menu that I want? Maybe it has a different menu than the menu I want. Maybe I wanted a more robust or less robust menu. How dare you?
What more do you want from a Castlevania menu?
Probably less garbage.
Can you change the color of her clothing using RGB sliders?
Probably.
Yes.
At some point, probably.
You can
We
only
didn't
hope.
talk about that game very much, but I played Time Spinner at some point, which is the game that wants to be Castlevania more than any other game in history. And that's
I think
actually
you
a pretty
said that
good
at
game.
the time, but didn't you also play Bloodstained, which I feel like very much wants to be Castlevania, very, very badly.
I think what you have to understand with Time Spinner is
basically
that like it literally cops all of the visual cues from Symphony of the Night.
Yeah.
Like it looks like a total conversion of Symphony of the Night. Like someone just reskinned all the sprites but left all the menus exactly the way they were.
Huh.
But it's actually a pretty solid game.
The way the weapon systems and stuff in that game work were actually pretty clever, I thought, for the little bit I played of it. But
I finished it. I thought it was good. I was not expecting to like it as much as I did.
yeah,
Was there Hollow Knight?
how wild did the weapon combos get?
Not that wild, honestly. Like, especially now that I've played Bloodstained, it's just like, okay, no, this is.
Well, yeah, but I mean, Bloodstained is.
So the complaints about the character moving too slow were fixed because
Yeah.
apparently there's a run button that just told me about now.
Okay.
Oh, there you go. And you had the ability from the start, you just weren't using it.
I didn't know about it.
I'm not
But
judging
then
Coffee. I just want
That
to know.
turns into that thing with like some games where it's like, why doesn't she just move at the running speed all the time?
Because sometimes you want a little bit.
Simon
more
Belmont
precision
can't run.
when you're approaching someone for combat or whatever.
I would think maybe
Simon
more in the
Belmont
platforming sections.
Can't run, but Simon Belmont is not in a Metroidvania.
He's also not an anime girl.
It's true. he's
about
not.
Seymour
I mean,
Belmont?
he kind of. It depends
could
on which
be.
version you're playing. He's not that far off. It just got spooky in here.
I'm gonna try getting to a save point and then moving on because the next two games I want to spend a little bit of time with.
Okay.
'Cause they're probably the best two ones out of this collection that I'm gonna stream.
This is a very crowded space for games right now. Anyways,
Yeah.
there's like
You mean the Metroidvania, the exploration platformer? Sorry.
yeah, whatever.
Metroidvania.
Either or, you know. I know what you're talking about.
Did everybody find out what they played the most on their Switch this year?
Hollow Knight.
What about the other 4 games, Mike?
Well, so I got Creature in the Well, and it said I played a ton of that, but I think that's just a mistake. Because, I mean, I played a bit of that game. It's all right, but I didn't play, like...
That was Forsaken Castle demo. I will probably play more of that because that's okay.
Seems like it's been a bit since it was updated, like early last year. But sometimes that's the thing with weird indie games is sometimes they just disappear for years and then all of a sudden they're out.
They resurface complete.
Yeah.
All right.
There was definitely a game like that a couple years ago that I was like, wait, that never came out officially. And then,
Like, I played a demo for this in 2012, and it's still not done. Or
Okay.
like Owl Boy was one of the ones that really messed with me because people were like, "Oh, Owl Boy's out." I'm like, "Wait, didn't Owl Boy come out like 4 years ago?" And people are like, "No, it never came out." I'm like, "Oh,
So this is the second to last game I'm going to stream. This has been a favorite of mine for the last 2 days. You like Shovel Knight? What if I told you there's Roulette Knight? This came from a game jam. I think it's Ludum Dare 41, where the theme was combine 2 game genres that don't mix, or combine 2 genres of things, or 2 games. And this person decided to combine an RPG with Russian roulette.
Okay.
So the idea
Dark, man.
is you have to play Russian roulette, and the more you don't kill yourself, the higher level you get. So
Just like in real life.
you have to load the gun,
exactly."
you spin the chamber, and you pull the trigger. And I leveled up because I didn't kill myself, and I got golden experience. And you got to do that 3 times per map. And as you go across the map, it gets harder and harder to not shoot yourself because it requires you to load more and more bullets. But you can also, there's also a shop that you can buy when you get gold to help you get through that map. There's a couple ways to win. I'll show them later, but I'm gonna play a little crazy. Try 2 shots, because I think I can do this.
So the riskier you are,
The riskier you are, the more golden experience you get.
What happened? Well, I guess we'll see eventually. I'm sure you will eventually kill yourself. So
Yes, probably. So I did it. I beat the first level. Let's go over here. I can probably buy some stuff now. I can buy a revolver with 7 rounds, which gives me a higher chance of not shooting
7.
myself.
7 chambers.
7 chambers. I can buy thimble that will reduce the damage I take. I can't.
Like 40
Oh,
or
so you don't. This isn't just you shoot yourself once and then the game is over.
No, you have health. At the start, you have 2 chances to shoot yourself, but the more items you get more. There's also a skill tree that you get. And every time you don't shoot yourself, you get a skill tree. The most useful thing is the ability to heal yourself when you shoot yourself.
That makes sense.
So we'll do 2 again. We'll spin chamber. And I fucking shot myself.
Oh, fatal shoot.
So I can heal myself. The fatal shoot will show up if the next shot will kill you.
So I still didn't play. You know what we should play at Extra Life is that there was the NES Russian roulette game that used the zapper, and you don't need to have an old TV to use it because you don't ever actually have to point the zapper at the screen. Although if you do have an old TV, you can apparently there's a guy sitting at the table with you. You can shoot his hat off if you have a TV that will register the shot. But yeah, it's like a Russian roulette NES game.
Is this an official NES game, like licensed?
No, it came out like 2 years ago.
Oh, okay. Oh man, that's dark.
fatal shoot.
I mean, this game kind of takes some of the
Super
bleakness
Russian
out of
roulette.
it by giving you hit points and making it pretty ridiculous, but
I killed myself. I failed. That's Russian roulette. So that's the way to play the game the right way. There is one other way to play the game. If you go in the shop right away, you can sell your gun, and you win instantly because you're not playing Russian roulette anymore.
that's that seems smart.
But I've just been playing. What was it?
Sorry, go ahead. No, go ahead.
I've been playing this game for like 2 days because it's probably my favorite roguelike right now. It's such a stupid idea, but it's done so well.
Yeah.
Anyway, that was Roulette Night. You guys should go play it. It's real good. And the last game I'm going to play for the night because it's almost 11.
How do I check my Nintendo stats things?
Oh, there's a webpage you got to go to. I don't know what the address is off the top of my head. I was I was disappointed because this year my most played games were actually a lot of games I didn't like that much. So I think I didn't have a very good year for the Switch.
My most played games were mostly old games, somewhat unsurprisingly, I think. Let's see here. If
I
you're
had a bunch
logged
of-
into your My Nintendo account,
Mm-hmm.
there is a link that I'm getting there. Give me just a second. There we go.
Yeah, I had a bunch of Wargroove, which is okay, and a bunch of SteamWorld Quest, which was
There you
not
go.
really okay.
Switch.nintendo.com/year-in-review.
So this is the last game I'm going to play for the night. It's called Fight Night.
I see that.
I think
But
this
it's
was
like-
also a Ludum Dare game, and it's probably the most fleshed out one. This was the one that they're turning into a full game. The idea is, what if you turn a first-person shooter into a fighting game?
Okay.
So you are
So
the.
Xenoclash?
You would get.
What if they made Xenoclass, but
I was going to say
Xenoclash, but
Supreme
good.
Warrior for the Sega CD.
So
You and nobody else.
you are the titular Fight Knight, and the reason you are the Fight Knight is because you refuse to use weapons because your fists are your weapons.
And is it Saturday night?
It could be.
Saturday night
Just
is
all
all
right
right
for
for
night
fighting.
In order to talk to people, you punch them.
Okay. I played 37 hours of Switch this year.
That's not that many.
No,
So it doesn't feel like that many.
there wasn't a lot that came out on Switch that I was too awful interested
I
in.
played 88 hours on Switch this year.
I played more than both of you guys put together.
My 5 most played games were the Castlevania Collection, the Konami Arcade Collection, Dead Cells, River City Girls, and My Friend Pedro.
How is My Friend Pedro? That game looks weird.
I mean, it is weird. but it's good.
This Fight Night's got a really cool visual style.
It's extremely good.
I think my front page was on Game Pass now, Mike.
Mm-hmm.
So try it out.
Yeah, the question is more one of time than of money.
You'll get the sense within 15 minutes if you like it or not.
Yeah, it's like
So it's
Later,
unfortunate.
you get more weapons from what you have at the beginning, but like you have pretty much your whole you'll know within the first 15 minutes if you like it or not. I did like it quite a bit, but it's a bullet timey,
Action-y side scroller.
yeah.
So it's like Xenoclash, but not quite as fucked up.
This game?
It's like Xenoclash, but it has the color palette of Battletoads.
Yes.
There was a game like this that came out like last year that
Or,
people liked that is on my Steam wish
Oberdin,
list.
you mean?
I
It's
don't.
just like the Oberdin.
Yeah.
That's exactly what
You
I'm
walk around
thinking of.
punching
I thought you meant
corpses in
looked like
Oberdin,
this.
right?
I thought you meant looked like this.
No. Well, Oberdin also doesn't that look like a 1991 Macintosh game?
I would say like a 1986 Macintosh
Depends on
game.
Depends on what color palette you choose.
Okay. No, I'm thinking a game that is mechanically like this, not that
Yeah.
not
I,
that
don't know, the
looks
only thing,
like
I think
this.
I definitely think of Xenoclash, but
Yeah, no, I mean, yeah, I played that too, but I'm saying that I feel like there's an even more recent example of I mean, what the fuck is it? I'm just gonna look at my Steam wish list so that I can tell you what it is that I'm thinking of. Spartan Fist. You basically play as two fists, like, but it's a first-person punching thing.
It's like cross swords, but with
Fuck up that
fists,
skill.
cross fists.
Well, it's actually in like full 3D, but I mean, yeah, it's. Tap your inner badass and punch dudes so hard they explode. From Glass Bottom Games, released May 15th, 2018.
So I played 10 hours of Fire Emblem. Played 2 hours of Dig Dog. 3 hours of SteamWorld Quest, which is 3 hours and $20 that I wish I could get back.
I play way more of that game. It's
You
not
wish you could
good.
have them back.
I wish I could have everything back.
Yeah.
Mike's taking him back. He's taking them all back.
It's such a bummer that game's not better than it is.
SteamWorld Quest was Mike's wish, and it didn't come true, so he's taking it back.
Honestly, that's probably my most disappointing game of 2019.
Oh, I agree. But I have a couple of disappointments, honestly. Like, I'm kind of down on that DLC chapter they added to Celeste, which I think is just not very well made.
Armored
Does
Skill.
DLC for a game you liked count as the most disappointing game of?
No, not a disappointing game, just most disappointment. But SteamWorld Quest is, I think, the one that really bums me out.
I like how much I liked all of the previous SteamWorld X games.
They were really good.
Yeah, especially SteamWorld Dig 2.
Really, really good.
Although
SteamWorld
Dig
Heist
2
also is really good.
Yeah, SteamWorld Dig 2 is kind of a victim of being a 2017 game.
Yeah, which was just such an incredible year.
Yeah, but still. Maybe the best of that type of game to have come out recently. No,
It depends what you count as recent, because Hollow Knight is also from
Yeah,
what?
Hollow Knight was the same year.
Hollow Knight is better.
Yeah, Hollow Knight is better, but only just barely.
But it's
SteamWorld
true
Dig
that
2 is a much tighter experience.
well, it's true that Hollow Knight is not tight per se.
It's a little bit.
It's,
I would
it's
say
more sprawling.
easier to recommend SteamWorld Dig 2 because it's not as ivory and ivory.
Because they're bones, you see.
Uh-huh.
Do they live together
Except
in
they're green.
Fivery?
Uh-huh. Fuck up those skeletons. Do you get a weapon or is
No,
it...
you are the weapon.
Alright, that's what
You get the 100.
You're the weapon, or music is the weapon?
It could be either one. You
Mike,
make music with
please.
your fists.
I thought we
Stomp.
agreed we were never talking about Revolution X again.
I don't think I ever agreed to those conditions.
Is Wargroove worth playing? That's on Game Pass also.
That honestly, I don't like it very much.
Okay.
It's okay. It's another one where it's like I had a lot of fun with some parts of it, but then other times I got really frustrated. Like some of the later missions are just super annoying and not fun. Basically, what it comes down to is it has hero units, and every time you lose a hero unit, you instantly lose a mission. And the same thing is true for like the enemy heroes. And I think that that's just not a fun way to make one of these games. And then now I'm on a mission where all my units are heroes. So if I lose anybody, the mission instantly ends.
Fun.
That doesn't sound.
It's not good. I don't want to be too harsh on it because I have had a lot of fun with parts of that game. But it's basically just kind of goes to show you that, it's more Advance Wars, and Advance Wars did it better.
Yeah.
Mm.
Okay.
So if you like Advance Wars a lot and you want to play another game like that, sure, it's a good game. But I just don't feel like the things they add to it improve the game at all. Also, it's like, what's the game that I'm trying to think of? I hate the writing.
Okay.
I'm trying to remember some other game that I played recently, which is like
internet jokes.
What?
I wondered if it was a lot of internet jokes.
No, it's not that. It's just really wordy and kind of like, I guess maybe Steam.
Are you talking about that 2D that exploration platformer that came out last year? 2 years ago?
I'm not sure what game you're referring to.
What were you complaining about? I don't know. I can't remember what it was called, but I passed
feel
on
like-
that because I heard the same thing about that game.
I kind of wish I knew which game you were talking about, but right now I do not.
Okay.
Where's King Gizzard?
King what?
Bone
King
Lizard.
Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard.
Yeah.
It's like prog band.
The next fight might be better.
I have just picked up the most incredible weapons on this run of Nuclear Throne. It's really feast or famine sometimes.
Ain't that the way with rogue-like likes?
Yeah, but this one in
Roguelike
particular it
lights.
is, I would say, more so than a lot of the ones I've played.
Actually,
Sometimes they just give you amazing toys.
I don't think there is no progression in that. I don't think
In what?
it is what it is, dog. And Nuclear Throne, there's no progression or anything.
There's not exactly. You can kind of unlock. You can get it so that you start with a weapon as opposed to just the pistol.
Okay. This is really cool, Gavi.
It is.
Yeah, I dig this.
So,
I don't know if I want to play this or just wait 4 years for the.
well, they said it's supposed to come out next year. It was supposed to come out this year, but the whole publisher thing kind of set them back. They apologized for it on the Kickstarter.
Which
So-
thing did?
So apparently this was a Kickstarter, and it was supposed to come out last year.
Raised
But
52,000 Canadian dollars.
yes, but they lost the publisher at the last minute, so that set them back, and the game had to be delayed until February. So it's probably going to be on Steam.
Estimated delivery was June 2018. so-
Yeah. But yeah, this is a real fun game. I don't know how long this demo is, but it seems pretty fleshed out. Gives all the mechanics. You go around punching. Fun fact for this: the hands of the knight, the fight knight, are just the developer's hands in a hoodie with winter gloves with belts wrapped around them.
Sure.
That's awesome.
But that's Fight Night, and that was the itch showcase.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That Fight Night looks quite all right.
Yes,
Maybe I should do some more screwing around on itch or something.
I mean there's a bunch of free games on there,
There
free
was-
demos.
So there was freeindiegame.es. JisGame.es, maybe it was. There was, I don't know, there was a bunch of game like websites back in the day that would just like aggregate all the weird stuff on Newgrounds or whatever.
Yeah.
but I don't know if any of those still exist.
I am gonna end the stream.
Okay.
Thank
Alright.
you
Good
for
night,
watching,
everybody.
everyone. Good night.
Thanks
Go
for showing
down-
off weird stuff.
Go download Fight Night.